Hey, Eric.
Hey, John. How are you?
I'm frenetic.
Frenetic.
I don't
That's a new one. It's an F word,
know.
but it's a new
I'm.
one.
I've been. I feel like I've been running, and then collapsing to sleep, and then I've got
Uh,
too much stuff going on. Um,
mm,
but um, welcome home. Welcome
y-
home.
yes, very successful road trip. We went out to watch both my girls graduate, one with her master's and one with her undergrad, and she is starting up her graduate program here in early June.
Just a
So
couple weeks. Yeah, it's
just a month away, basically. I think it's June. Yeah, June 8th. I think she starts. Anyways, and she's
wow.
also the one that's going to cram getting married in between now
Right.
and
Right.
grad school.
Right. So I'm no, I shouldn't be complaining, is what I hear there. Yeah, I am definitely not graduating, getting married, and starting school in the next 5 weeks. Um,
Uh,
I'm just doing other stuff, but yeah,
yeah, so it's going to be a fun month. I think I will finally start to be able to breathe again by June 8th.
June
Because
9th.
similarly, we're getting roped into a lot of the wedding stuff, which is
Well, of
fine.
course, how
I'm
could you
happy
not?
to do that. You know,
Father of the bride.
exactly. We've got to rewatch some movies. Um,
Yes.
yeah, it was very good. I mean, it's a long drive, but we stayed over in Boise
Both there
and
and back.
go both going in back. I had hotel points, so and it's not the time of year when the hotel the points were cheap. It was cheap to spend points.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah,
Nope, no complaints.
no, but we got home Sunday
And I'm sorry,
afternoon.
did you drive the new car?
Nope. We took my wife's car.
You didn't want to put the miles on the.
Not yet. We will drive the new car for the wedding here, and we're heading out in a couple weeks. So
Okay, so
we
you're
we'll take the
sharing
new
the
car
love.
then. Yes, we'll do that.
All
But
right.
we got back Sunday late afternoon Sunday and pretty much just collapsed.
Yeah, that's
And
a long
then
week.
yeah, 1,500 miles and yeah. And we stayed in a different location every night, like Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night,
Oh,
you know.
oh,
So
wow.
because
That's not
we
fun.
just hopped around, living out of the suitcase. But today is actually Tuesday, uh, Cinco de
Yes,
Mayo.
yes.
Also, Taco Tuesday at our favorite taco shop. So my
Did
wife
you go
wanted
get tacos?
tacos. Yes, she wanted tacos, and so we went down to our favorite taco shop in Sherwood there, and the line was out the door.
I bet it was Cinco de Mayo. It's not
Uh huh.
Cuatro de Mayo.
No, it got doubled up. They got the Cinco de Mayo, and it's also Taco Tuesday because they have $2 taco street tacos on Tuesdays. So, but they were pretty. I mean, they were relative, and we weren't in any hurry.
Yeah,
We got most of the people that were coming in and out were getting to go
to
orders.
go. Okay.
Yes, so we just
There's
found a
four
table.
tables in there.
Yeah, we found a table. There was an empty table. We sat at the table. I mean, we had our drinks. We, just chatted for a while,
I'm
but it was
jealous.
fantastic. Yes,
I'm a little jealous.
I went to get the $2 Taco Tuesday asada tacos, and she was very sweet. I'm sorry, we're out like
No
already.
steak for you.
No steak for me, but they still had the shredded beef, which is what my wife likes. So she got those,
Chorizo.
and I got the tacos El Patron, their namesake
Oh yeah,
tacos,
yeah, yeah.
which are really good.
Uh,
So
okay, you're making me hungry, and I'm not
yes,
hungry. I had a good dinner.
so
Um,
yummy Taco Tuesday plus Cinco de Mayo chaos at the taco shop, but it was very tasty. And now you're caught up to now
today,
for
today.
me.
Okay, All right, all right, all right. So
Uh,
I had a weird thing happen on Saturday. Saturday was bee day. Remember,
yeah, yeah.
I
You
got my
got all
nukes.
your nukes, and your swarm
So
is still there?
well, so
Uh-oh.
remember, pre-swarm, I had laid out four. I like cleaned up from all the dead hives, and I had laid out four colonies or four
Uh-huh.
hives. No colonies. There were no bees. And
Right.
then a swarm came into one of them, which is fine because then
Okay.
I had three that I was going to get because I ordered three nukes.
Uh-huh.
And so I went got the nukes in the early morning, and it was a little overcast, whatever. So I'm out there. I was just kind of puttering, kind of waiting for the sun to get a little bit warmed up, and it was even drizzling a little bit. But anyway, so I'm like carrying the nukes out and putting them on the bench, and I was like, wait a second, I'm hearing bees, and they're in my left ear, not my right ear. The right ear is the swarm. Yes, the swarm was still there. So I look over at one of the hives, the empty boxes, and there's a second swarm.
Your fortunes are flipping, my friend.
Seriously. My wife actually, she was like, uh, did you put out an empty box to try and catch another swarm? Like, just because clearly it's a good
Hmm.
spot, which I have not yet, but I was like, that's a good idea. I should listen to you. Um, so uh, initially, the reason I had done four is because I was thinking, well, I'll get three nukes, and then I'll actually take a frame out of the nukes, and I'll actually make a fourth colony, like split out of the nukes, because you could do that. It'll work. Um, that was my
Okay.
plan.
Okay. Okay.
And then I was like, oh crap, I gotta swarm. So four is fine. Four is great.
Uh-huh.
And then I caught another one. So then I was like, well, crap. So I had to go back
You
and
you caught three swarms?
no.
Oh.
I caught the second
Oh.
swarm, but
Oh.
that two
Okay.
plus three is five. So I had to go back to the barn and get
And
out
clean
and
out
set
a
up a
right,
whole
correct,
nother colony.
correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So now I'm up to five. And then I forget if I mentioned this or not, but like there was a gal at last month's bee meeting that said, "Hey, I'm having to get rid of my hives. If anybody wants any, and I had told her at the time, I'm good for two. I'd love that. That would be great.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
In my head, I'm kind of thinking it'd be good to try some other stock of bees other than the Hawaiian queens, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was not thinking at the time that I would catch two swarms, and now I'm up to five. Needless to say, so she calls me back because she's nice, and I'm like,
I see where
yeah,
this is going.
yeah. So Sunday, I went and visited her. She's like, come over on Sunday. You can check out the place. I was like, okay, I will. So I go, and so anyway, net. I spent the last yesterday night and tonight setting up a different place where I'm going to set up two more hives. And a buddy's going to come over tomorrow night with his bee gear, and we're going to go because you have to move them at night. We're going to go get to her place at like 8 tomorrow and move two more colonies over. So by the end of tomorrow, I will actually be at 7, 0 to 7 in a month, which is
You can only catch one more because I know you have 8 bee boxes in various states of repair.
I know. Exactly. It's the various states of repair is the problem. Anyway, we'll see. Because the other thing I
Okay.
have is I have a table saw, so
Mm-hmm.
I can make whatever I need. But
Yeah.
I'm like that's so when I'm like frenetic, I was like, okay, so and my son the other day, like just a couple of days ago, he was like, hey, the oil change really needs to be done. I was like, oh, good. Can you just do that? He's like, I don't remember how what I
Mm.
need to do. And I was like, all right, fine, we'll do it together. And then I was like kind of counting the hours. I was like, crap, I can't fit it in because they close at 6. If they were open till 8, anyway, it doesn't matter. Net. That's why I didn't get to go to lunch today. No Taco Tuesdays for me because I had to go to
Mm.
Valvoline and get the oil changed.
Mm.
Anyway, but I have a surfeit of bees
A
at this
surfeit of
point.
bees. What nice. Yeah, you
I'm gonna
can't use
use
your other favorite word, lustrum of bees. You don't have that. Well, I guess technically you do right now.
5. Yes, I do have 5. But anyway, so that's the fun stuff going on at the moment. There was much gardening, much everything else this weekend.
Mm.
I kind of collapsed Sunday night and was like, I'm ready for work. Um,
Nice.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Okay.
so
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, it was good. All
Fun
good. All
stuff.
good. That's right. That's right. All right. How about a topic? What did you
Y-
bring tonight?
do you like dumplings?
I love dumplings.
Okay, so there
Like,
is
love dumplings. Why am I
Guardio
hungry? I'm
Labs,
totally not hungry.
because I told you all about, yes, Taco Tuesday. Anyway, Guardio Labs uncovered a massing phishing operation that they have dubbed AccountDumpling. It
Okay.
successfully hijacked over 30,000 Facebook accounts.
Ooh.
And the reason why this campaign is terrifying is it uses Google's own AppSheet platform
Ooh.
to
Hijack.
send the
Trusted
emails.
sender. Okay.
Yes, a trusted sender. And so because the emails originate from no reply at appsheet.com, they pass all the security checks, your SPF, your DKIM, your DMARC, all that stuff. So essentially, Google is delivering the phishing mail for the attackers.
Ooh.
And traditional filters are happy to say, oh, that looks perfectly fine to me because it passes all the security checks.
Yes.
So it was
Ooh.
targeted at Facebook page admins and business account owners, goal being to steal accounts with real world financial value,
Okay.
those linked with ad credits, large follower bases, business identities, etc.
Ooh. Okay.
So they, of course, the victims get a fake Facebook help center warning about copyright or account disablement. Phishing pages are then hosted on
Urgency.
Netlify and use unique subdomains for every victim to evade block lists. So instead of fear, the victims it played on the victims' greed, potential for greed. It offered victims a verified blue checkmark or rewards, leading them through the sophisticated multi-step phishing pages that even asked for their two-factor authentication codes, et cetera, et cetera. And then there was, so these are actually four different ways that they were attacked. There was the policy violation, there was this blue badge promise, then there was an interactive PDF. This is a Google Drive Canva approach. The email links to a PDF on Google Drive, and inside that is a Canva designed image that, when clicked, opens a live Socket.io panel and allows the human operator to interact with the victim in real time, requesting specific info or screenshots as they watch the victim type.
Ooh.
And then the last one was a fake job offer. So the attackers pose as recruiters from Adobe, Apple, Meta, whomever, using homoglyphs, so letters from other languages that look like English, to bypass the filters and lure victims into private conversations. So it was the infrastructure was traced back to a Vietnamese linked ecosystem, Telegram, C2, administrative handles like Big Boss with an extra S. They found a bunch of this monitoring metadata. The metadata mistake was the attackers left a Vietnamese name embedded in the metadata of a Canva generated PDF, providing a direct link to the individuals running the operation. Oops. So this isn't just a random phishing kit. It's a supply chain. The attackers don't just steal accounts. They run full circle businesses. They hijack the account. They sell the access on the dark web. And in some cases, the same actors even run recovery services that offer to help victims get their accounts back for a fee, which they probably happily give them because they're in it for the money. So the key takeaway I would say here is authenticated email is no longer a guarantee of safety. Attackers can abuse legitimate tools like AppSheet, and they can weaponize that reputation. And then trust is the report that we'll link here puts it, trust stopped being a signal, it's inventory now. So always be wary of what you get from who and from where, and it's just going to become more and more sophisticated.
It is. And we did not collude, but that is a very simpatico topic with my choice.
Nice.
because it's both supply chain, but also in the world of trust.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long standing, relatively well known tool vendor who was hosting and distributing signed Trojanized Windows installers.
Oof.
So certificate trust, like bypassing all cert trust because, hey, I mean, yes, it's signed legit. So, this is DAEMON Tools, so it's a long-running disk image utility, was serving Trojanized Windows installers from its legitimate website for almost a month. The binaries were assigned by DAEMON Tools developers, so it looked
Mm-hmm.
exactly like trusted software. This was found by Kaspersky, and they said that the initial compromise hit thousands of machines across 100 plus countries, and then selectively delivered a deeper backdoor to a smaller set of targets. So, sort of uh, broad, but also targeted. Uh, it's absolutely supply chain. So, attackers didn't need to phish users or trick them into downloading from a sketchy mirror or clicking on a link in a phishing email or something like that. Uh, there was not information in here as to how they got the binary signed in the first place. Whether it was inclusion from a library or something like that that then was signed, or something along those lines. It's not clear, but there were several compromised Windows versions. It was only on Windows, although they do have a Mac version. The Mac version was not Trojanized,
Mm.
and there were several components tampered with. And basically, when you ran the installer, the implant contacted a C command and control server, which was registered on March 27th this year for shell commands. And then it would load a minimalist backdoor, which was capable of downloading other files, running commands, and executing shellcode in memory. So it says that Kaspersky observed several thousand infection attempts, but next stage backdoor delivery to only about a dozen hosts. So that's the sort of targeted post-compromise triage. The artifacts suggest a Chinese-speaking adversary, but attribution is not firm, it says.
Mm.
So, the kind of scary thing about this, similar to what you chose for your topic, I mean, this is not just a hacked mirror or something like that, or
Right.
somebody compromised an account and uploaded something to npm. For a few hours. They were serving it from an official site, compromised for weeks, with selective targeting after broad collection. So it feels closer to software update espionage pipeline than commodity malware distribution. But it's was an interesting story, I thought. So if you use DAEMON Tools,
you may want to check on that.
You need for sure to update, but hopefully you didn't install one of the vulnerable versions between was 12.50.24.21 and 12.50.24.34. So there you go. That was my first topic.
Okay.
My second topic, I don't know if you saw this, but your kids probably used Canvas.
Absolutely,
They do. And either I know the high school. Actually, our kids went to the same high school, and I know they used it at high school. They also use it at the college. My boys do. I don't know if it's the same for
my daughter with the master's degree. Actually, her job at the college, her part-time job, is to help professors build Canva sites and do their curriculum, and so yeah,
she probably knows this very well.
Probably does.
Well, this the article was dated today, so kind of hot off the presses. the actual topic that we were alluding to there. So, Instructure is the company that makes Canvas, which is
Yeah.
educational coordination learning software. So, it says that a hacker is claiming data theft affecting over 8,800 schools, colleges, districts, and education platforms. Claimed number is 280 million records tied to students and staff. So I don't know from this what a record is, if that's an
Mm-hmm.
individual or just like a class taken or something along those lines, or a grade or a bit of data about the student or educator. But uh, even if the final number winds up being lower, once you talk about number of victims, uh, it's going to be messy, I suspect. You know, uh, education is education data is durable and sensitive. Like
Exactly.
student records, staff records, school affiliations, emails, identifiers, learning platform metadata that can fuel things like phishing, identity fraud, doxing, targeted scams. We got the whole concept of a lot of data about minors,
Mm-hmm.
teacher information, parent association, and administration. Like educational institutions tend not to have great security budgets, and
Yeah.
they go through a lot of public sector complex vendor relationships. There's a whole, it seems to me, and maybe it's just because I have a very small window into the community, but they all seem to use the same tools. um,
Mm-hmm.
at least around here. I don't know how far those go, but clearly 8,800 educational organizations is a lot. Um, so it's this notion of sort of SaaS concentration risk and and you know, sort of blast radius when an exposure happens. So it like I said, this
Oof.
was kind of hot off the presses. I haven't actually I don't know that I assume that I and or my children will be getting emails from
Mm-hmm.
Instructure with we're sorry, there's been a data breach
Yeah,
at some
something.
point. It'll be interesting to see if remember they have to I guess I assume Instructure is publicly a public company. I don't actually
I
know that,
believe
I
they are,
guess.
yeah.
But so doesn't that mean that they have to release a SEC um,
I
fun,
believe so.
I forget what the name of the form was.
Yeah.
But so yeah, and I think that has to be done within
There's some
there's
window.
some time window. And gosh, it's I remember this, but it's been a while. But no, yeah, there will be pain.
There will be more.
There will be more.
Hmm.
Um, So, prepare phishing warnings for students, parents, teachers, administrators before the scam waves begin.
Yeah.
And hope you didn't reuse your password between
No.
Canvas and other things.
Hmm.
I will check with my children, but I have got them set up with one password, so hopefully they
Yeah.
are using it.
No, I have pounded that into my kids probably more than I should have. They all have one password and different passwords for everything, despite the fact that they don't like it. Uh, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
So there you go. There you go. I think after that you need something fun.
all right. So you're familiar with Landsat, right? It's that
I okay.
Earth observing satellites that
I
are
feel like that
managed
was
by
something fun, like not terribly long ago.
NASA and the U.S. Geological Survey. Hopefully, I didn't
Okay.
just do this one because my
No, no, no,
wife
no,
just
no,
sent me
no, no,
this.
no, 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 no. Like we've I thought we talked about no, no, it not in recent memory. This is new. This is different.
Okay.
I'm looking
So
at mostly security though to see if we talked about it.
So the satellites, they've been up since 1972, and they are continuously acquiring images of the Earth's land surface and provide data for land managers, planners, policymakers about our natural resources in the environment. And it's free and accessible to anyone, or the it's government data. So it's free and publicly accessible data, and it claims to have contributed up to 25 or over 25 billion to the U.S. economy in 2023 alone. So,
What? Wow.
Landsat, tons of data, decades-long record of basically taking pictures of the Earth's surface. So if you go to science.nasa.gov/specials/your name in Landsat, you can type letters and hit submit, and it will show you
Oh, that
images
is so
of
cool.
your name or of whatever word you want to type in there. And then you can hover over the image and click and find where they're from. So just kind of something fun to do. You type any word you want in there,
Oh, that is cool.
and they're not all the same. So you can type, it looks like they have, 3 or 4 different images for every letter, at least.
The O in John is Crater Lake, Oregon,
Ah, there you go.
which I did not need anybody to tell me.
And then if you keep hitting enter, it'll show different Landsat variables or pictures. And they're, it's
Oh,
not,
that's
it's
totally
not,
cool.
sometimes it's a little hard to pick out the
Yeah.
uh, letters, but
Okay,
there you go.
that's pretty cool.
So, anyways, that's my something fun. Global Landsat. You can spell your name out in pictures from space of the Earth in different natural things. So there you go. My something fun.
Oh, that's totally cool. Okay. All right. I just did my kids' names. All right. One more. That's kind of hard to see, actually. All right. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, there you go.
All right. My something fun is from Science Daily yesterday, which was this is interesting. This is a trans-Neptunian object that appears to have an atmosphere that shouldn't. So,
Okay.
Pluto is the most famous trans-Neptunian object, not planet. But so this was astronomers found evidence that a 500-kilometer wide object, so it's tiny, far beyond Neptune, has a thin atmosphere, which is weird because it's too small to hold on to one for long.
I was going to say, don't you need gravity or something?
You do.
Huh.
But gravity from other objects around it are going to be really weak too.
Okay.
But they did estimate that I thought I pulled in. Yeah, models suggest the atmosphere should dissipate in less than 1,000 years unless it was being replenished somehow. Which, if it was a comet and it was doing sublimation of gas, then okay. But the James Webb Space Telescope data reportedly shows no frozen surface gases on this object that would obviously sustain at the atmosphere by sublimation. So, there are theories as to what it could be. So it could be internal material vented to the surface. It could be that an impact delivered and released the gases recently. If there's a lot of these trans-Neptunian objects. And this is called, the object is 2002 XV93. I assume that means it was found in 2002, but I guess it could also be a random collection of 4 numbers. But so they discovered this because this object briefly passed in front of a background star, and instead of the star blinking out sharply, which it should have if it was a rocky object with no atmosphere, the light faded out like it passed through gas, and they did it both on the entry and exit of the occlusion.
Huh.
So, like, what? Why? How?
Hmm.
That is the question. Isn't that cool? Here's a quote from, if small icy bodies can temporarily grow or replenish atmospheres, that changes how we think about surface chemistry, impacts internal activity, and volatile transport in the cold outer solar system. It also shows why occultations, I said occlusion, but occultation, which is one object crossing in front of a star, are still one of astronomy's best cheap tricks. Which I like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. Thank you, astronomy, and thank you, James Webb, making it awesome again.
Yeah, I am sad. I probably will not be around to explore space. Maybe I can as a head in a jar.
The Eric verse.
The Eric verse.
Yes.
Oh, just so much cool out there.
I know, right? Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway.
All
right, my friend.
Good stuff, John.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, have a good rest of your week. And I'll talk to you later, Eric.
We'll see ya. Bye.
Bye.